Welcome back to the Blue Collar Boxing Podcast. I'm Luke from Biloxi. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, give us a follow on at Blue Collar Boxing on Twitter. Wow, what a card tonight from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. One quick comment, DAZN, you finally got the pacing right. There was not a lot of downtime between fights. The show moved really well. I really appreciate that. I'm tired of these 45-minute talkathons between fights. Production value, I give it a solid B tonight. Very well done. So let's talk about the main event. Tremendous performance from Moses Itauma. Ices Dillian Whyte inside of 2 minutes. Just White had nothing. He had nothing. I could tell when he walked into the ring. They did this great pyrotechnic show. Lights and graphics and WWF style entrance. White looked flat. Didn't look like he didn't want to be there. His legs looked gone when he was walking down the steps onto the ramp to come into the ring. Yeah, he looks felt. I predicted this. I told y'all, bet the under. I also told y'all there was so much lead up this week in the fight promotion. Oh, Dillian Whyte looks so skinny, so svelte. There's muscle definition. He's in shape. Anytime he's in the 240s, he smashes people, and his best fights are at this weight, and he looks fantastic. And guys, when you're a world-class athlete, when it's your full-time job to train and stay in shape, you can do that. He'll be able to do that into his 60s. Has anyone seen Vladimir Klitschko lately? He's almost 49 years old. Got probably 6 ounces or 6% body fat, maybe, right? These guys can do that. It was smoke and mirrors. If anything, he overtrained. But back to Atama, I see a lot of maturity in him, and that's one of the things that makes me think he's such a great prospect and perhaps is the future. His punch selection is outstanding. Uh, he hurt White early in the round, and he didn't go like full Deontay Wilder, flinging shots, just, oh, I got him, let me get him out of there. Punch selection. He went to the body, landed rights and lefts to the body after he rattled White, had him guessing where the punches were going, where they were coming from. Just shows a lot of maturity. And, yeah, everybody wanted him to go rounds. This wasn't the fight that was going to happen. All right, so let me tell you what I think is next for Atama. Let's first start with what I think he should do. Uh, it's a little bit early. It's way early for someone like Alexander Usyk. I know Turkey Al-Ashik's been tweeting that that's the fight he prefers next. If he puts up the money, anything can happen. I could see Usyk taking it. I could see Atama taking it. I could see Joseph Parker taking stand aside money. Um, but it's too early. We need to pump the brakes a little bit on that. I'd like to see Atama fight someone in the top 10, right? Someone like Hergovic, who fought tonight and won a 10-round decision. You've got Fabio Wardley. You've got even Dubois would be a good fight. Uh, Martin Bacoli, Kaya Bell, Ajagba, people like that. He needs to get a solid top 10 win on his record. Right now, his best wins are Dempsey McKean and now Dillian Whyte. Those guys were maybe in the top 20 at the time that he fought them. So before we start jumping into title shots, I'd like to see him take on, preferably two of those guys, beat them, and then move on to someone like Usyk. This is what I think will happen. Alexander Usyk has petitioned the WBO for more negotiating time with Joseph Parker, who is the WBO interim title holder at the time. Usyk is claiming injury. I think the WBO is either going to strip Usyk or he's going to voluntarily give up that belt. And then we're going to see Joseph Parker immediately elevated to full title holder. Moses Itauma is ranked number one in the WBO. I think we're going to get Itama Parker in December of this year. You heard it here first. I don't think Usyk's going to fight again this year. He's going to fight one time this year, and that's it. He's 38 years old. The camps are taking their toll. I could see him sitting out for the rest of the year. That's going to elevate Parker, and then we're going to get Itama Parker. I'm interested in that fight. Look, I have not seen a heavyweight in this century, a prospect with the hand speed that Moses Itauma has. He is fast. He is fast and speed kills. Joseph Parker had some serious hand speed, about 10 years ago. He's a different kind of fighter now. Andy Ruiz has some hand speed for a heavyweight. He's done some pretty cool things with his hands, but Atama is fast and he's mature. And I like that he's not super bulky. I mean, he fills out 235 pounds fine, but he doesn't have that sort of excess muscle like Anthony Joshua or like someone who's moving up to heavyweight that has to pack on. He's just naturally like that, and that's the way he needs to stay. I'm not saying avoid the weight room, but whatever he's doing right now, keep doing it. He's going to keep growing. He's going to get taller. He's only 20. Well, shit, when I was 20, by the time I was 25, I'd grown 2.5 inches. He's going to do the same thing. Um, so we're not even near his prime yet. I think it's a rush to throw him in there with Usyk, but money talks. Further down on the undercard, we had Nick Ball and Sam Goodman. I had Ball winning 8-4. There were a lot of swing rounds in there, though. A lot of rounds could have gone either way. Some of that was about what you liked. I thought the cards were a little wide, but 8-4, guys, we have to understand you flip 2 rounds, it's a draw. Even 9-3, you flip 3 rounds, so there were 3 swing rounds in that fight. I gave some of those rounds to Ball. Some of them could have gone the other way. A couple of rounds I gave to Goodman could have gone to Ball. This was one of those fights that is interesting where you could have an identical scorecard as far as the final score with one of your buddies. And then as you compare notes, realize there was like 6 rounds you didn't agree on. It was that close. But I do think Ball edged it. Goodman gave a good accounting of himself. I want to see more of both guys. And then further down on the undercard, we had Philip Ergovic and Adelaide. Uh, really spirited heavyweight contest. Hergovic cut badly in the second round. His cut man deserves cut man of the year because there was some serious concern that fight could have been stopped because it was on a punch. It would have been a knockout win for Adelaide. So great work there. Hergovic remained composed. Uh, Pretty good slugfest. That eighth round was awesome. Hergovic drops Adelaide with a big right hand. Adelaide beats the count, gets up, and then has Hergovic in serious trouble. And then I think pretty much every round Hergovic won except the round that he got cut. And then maybe you could make a case for a 10-9 round in the knockdown round. But pretty clear decision for Hergovic. He's ranked number 6 in the world by Ring Magazine. He's going to give some heavyweights issues. One thing is his power. His power is pretty lacking, in my opinion. He throws arm punches. He doesn't sit down on his punches, but he makes up for that because he sure can take a shot. I mean, those shots he took in the eighth round were pretty vicious. Those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Remember, give me a follow on Twitter at Blue Collar Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be on the road for the next week, but I'll try to do some videos from on the road. Hope all is well. Stay safe.